Hey, what's up, champions? Gediminas here. Hope you guys are doing fantastically well. Welcome to Financial Freedom TV, and today I wanted to teach you how to predict future. How about that? So if you're watching a replay of this video, please do me a massive favor and stick hashtag replay into the comments. If you're brand new, if you're watching one of my videos for the first time, please do say new in the comments as well. And of course, if you do get some value from this video or you learn something, feel free to share it. Maybe somebody else will get some value too. Hey Vicky, thanks for jumping on. Hope you're well. Today's title is, if you become aware of the past, you can predict the future. You see, awareness is one of the things that a lot of people are lacking, especially in home-based business, especially in network marketing. Too many people are just going like zombies, brains, right? Like they completely oblivious of what is happening around them. They're completely oblivious of people's reactions, of why things happen the way they happen, right? So if you want to get better in your business, and if you want to keep getting better and better and better results, one of the things to work on is awareness, right? So don't just focus on what you're doing, but focus on seeing what is happening. If I do this thing, what happens then? If I do that thing, how different are the results? I remember when I first started doing presentations, and I used to, do presentations, at people's homes or, in coffee shops, etc. So I would go and meet with somebody, and at the beginning, I would do the presentation, and then I would have 10 million questions. So the prospect would say, well, what about this, and what about that, and what about... But as I kept doing presentations, over time, I started getting less questions and less questions and less questions, to where at some point I would go, after the presentation, I would go, great, do you have any questions? And the prospect would go, well, I had some, but actually you've answered all of them during the presentation. Why did that happen? Because I become aware of it. Because I become aware that every time I do the presentation, this question pops up at the end. So if I built in this question in my presentation, then it kills it off. So by the time I finish the presentation, they don't ask this question anymore. And you can do that all the time. Another thing that, first when I started doing presentations, some people would sign up, some people wouldn't. But as I got better over the months and years in business, it got to the point where if I had a one-to-one meeting with somebody, it was almost 100% sign up. It was almost always a person would sign up. Now you might say, well, because you're such a great speaker, or because you have, and it isn't, right? Like I wasn't great at speaking. I didn't have that great personality or whatever. But one thing that, again, I was aware. What does it mean? So if I would be doing a presentation and I would be explaining about the business, and I would use a word or a sentence or I would use a phrase, and my prospect would go, what? It would cause a negative reaction. I would straight away make a mental note, scratch that. Don't use that anymore in your presentation. That's awareness. If I would say something and the prospect would go, what? Lean in, interested, positive, excited. Mental note, keep this in. Make sure you use it all the time, right? So over time, as you're doing the presentations, as you're doing the trainings, as you're doing the explanations, you start perfecting it. You start smoothing this diamond out to where your presentation becomes almost perfect, right? Where it gets people excited all the time, because you're using things that are turning people on, not turning people off. But in order for you to understand that, you have to be aware. Same thing comes to your daily routine, to time management, etc. In order for you to become more effective in your business, in order for you to get better results, guess what? You have to become more aware of what is happening in your business. Because if you don't look back on what happened last week, what happened last month, what happened last year, what can we learn from that, then you will keep repeating the same mistakes. Then you will keep doing the same errors, and it's like that example where, imagine you have a piece of paper with the text, and imagine you have an error there, right? There's a mistake there, right? There's a mistake there. And you might press print, it comes out of the printer, you take the page, oh, there's a mistake there. Let me press print again. Print, comes out again. Oh, the mistake again. Like, how many times could you press print and still get the same mistake printed out? Like a million times, right? You have to go back to the sheet on computer, onto the Word file or whatever, and delete the error, change the error, then press print again. Off it comes, no error anymore, right? But pressing print ain't gonna solve it, right? So same thing in your business. If you're not aware, if you're not looking, what am I doing? What is causing me to get this bad result or no result? Unless you go back and fix it, you can keep doing it, right? Until, cows come home, you're still gonna get the bad result. You're still not gonna get the result because you're not fixing the error, right? So there's nothing wrong with making mistakes, but we need to learn from them. We need to be aware of them and then change it and then avoid them in the future. You know what I mean? So the more aware you become, the more you can start predicting the future in your business. Because if you become aware how the prospect reacts, the next time you go and you know what you're going to say, you can almost predict that it's a sign up. That person is going to join my business or that person is going to buy my product. If you go and do a training for your team, etc., and again, you're aware of what works and what turns people on, you go to a training, you can almost predict the next month's figures. You can almost predict the growth in your business. You know what I mean? So the more aware you become, the more you can predict what's going to happen next in your business, what's going to happen with this prospect or the other. That's my tip for today, guys. Hope you found it valuable. If you did, feel free to share it. And if you do share it, drop share it in the comments because I'd love to thank you. And if you'd like more awesome training for network marketing, head over to titaniumsuccess.co.uk/success training. Have a great rest of your day, guys. See you at the top. Bye for now.